Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
That breaking news, the loss of a Supreme Court titan, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, has died at the age of 87. Good to have you with us tonight at 11. Ginsburg was a pioneer for women's rights and an advocate for gender equality.
The powerful liberal justice died today from complications of pancreatic cancer, surrounded by family at her home in Washington, D.C. And tonight, hundreds of people are gathering outside the Supreme Court, where Ginsburg served for more than 27 years. Despite her small stature, she's described as larger than life, a feminist who broke down barriers. Tracy Potts starts off our coverage with a look at her life.
Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg spent more than a quarter century on the U.S. Supreme Court and spent much of her career fighting for equality.
How wrong it is to judge people on the basis of what they look like.
Born in Brooklyn, New York, she tied for first in her class at Columbia Law. But with no job offers from law firms, this was the late 50s, she taught at Rutgers and Columbia, then helped launch the ACLU Women's Rights Project in the 70s. Later, as their lawyer, she won 5 of 6 cases before the U.S. Supreme Court.
Her ultimate goal was to get sex discrimination treated by the Supreme Court the same way that race discrimination was treated.
From the Court of Appeals, President Clinton made her the second female on the nation's highest court, where she continued to even the playing field, ending male-only college admissions, supporting reproductive rights and the LGBTQ community. While her rulings leaned liberal, off the bench, she was close friends with the late conservative Justice Antonin Scalia. In her 80s, Ginsburg became popular with a new generation, celebrated in the book The Notorious RBG, and parodied on Saturday Night Live.
I'm never gonna step down now, you can't get rid of me.
There's this whole new generation of young people who really admire her and think of her as, kind of a rock star.
Justice Ginsburg spoke out about the Me Too movement.
It is as effective for the woman who works as a maid in a hotel as it is for Hollywood stars.
A wife, a mother, a grandmother, an advocate for equality for nearly half a century. Tracy Potts, Local 4.
And President Trump reacted to Ginsburg's death after a campaign rally tonight in Minnesota.
A reporter on the tarmac seemed to be the first to tell the president the news.
She led an amazing life. What else can you say? She was an amazing woman. Whether you agreed or not, she was an amazing woman who led an amazing life. I'm actually saddened to hear that. I am saddened to hear that. Thank you very much.
The Democratic nominee for president also remembering Ginsburg's accomplishments.
Former Vice President Joe Biden called her a giant in the legal profession and a beloved figure.
My heart goes out to all those who cared for her and care about her. And she practiced the highest American ideals as a justice, equality and justice under the law. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg stood for all of us.
Justice Ginsburg's lifetime battle for gender equality has had a profound impact, not only on the legal profession, but on opportunities for women everywhere.
Indeed. And tonight, those who worked alongside her are talking to our Mara McDonald. Mara is live tonight. And Mara, the director of Michigan's Health and Human Services Department, actually clerked for Justice Ginsburg.
Kimberly, he sure did, and Director Gordon was nice enough to share his remembrances of her with us tonight, along with Wayne State University Law School's distinguished professor, Robert Sedler. Take a listen.
She was a quiet person. She was physically very small. She spoke in a quiet voice and slowly. You sort of had to lean in to hear her, but she was very precise with language. She could be extremely funny in a dry as dust way. She held your attention like very few people do.
Gordon clerked for Ginsburg right out of Yale Law.
So she was a wonderful combination of fierce defender of equality, a brilliant jurist, and a kind human being.
Wayne State Law School's distinguished Professor Robert Sedler is a contemporary of Ginsburg's, and they crossed paths over the years fighting for gender equality.
This may seem silly to you today, but it was, at the time, this was considered the most reasonable form of discrimination because, you know, men and women are different. Boy babies look different from girl babies. And one of the cases that I won, if you remember, when you were 16, you got a learner's permit, and one of your parents had a sign for it. Well, under Kentucky law at that time, only the dad could sign, not the mom.
But Sedler says in addition to a talented jurist, she was a lovely human being.
She's just a very warm person. The concern for people, the concern for equality, the concern for rights that is reflected in her opinion comes out when you meet her as a person.
Back here live, Professor Sedler telling me tonight that Ruth Bader Ginsburg is responsible for generations of women thinking that they too could have a career in the law. We're live in Mount Clemens tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
Yeah, indeed, Mara, we appreciate it.
We're remembering Justice Ginsburg tonight. It's hard to ignore what comes next. And Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell certainly is not. The Republican released a statement, yes, honoring the justice, but also saying a President Trump nominee will receive a vote in the Senate. McConnell's statement says in part, Americans re-elected our majority in 2016 and expanded it in 2018 because we pledged to work with President Trump and support his agenda, adding, once again, we will keep our promise. You will most likely recall McConnell's Republican-controlled Senate refused hearings on President Obama's choice for the Supreme Court, Merrick Garland, back in 2016 because he argued we were just 10 months away from an election.
Joe Biden says the nomination should happen after voters pick the president. But just last week, President Trump released a list of potential nominees in case there were any vacancies. That list featured 20 people, including Republican Senators Ted Cruz of Texas and Tom Cotton of Arkansas. Also, Daniel Cameron, the Attorney General of Kentucky, who is African American. 6 of the potential nominees are women, including Judge Bridget Bade of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Michigan's governor is joining the chorus of voices honoring the late justice, reminding us to follow Ginsburg's example.
Governor Whitmer's statement reads in part, quote, I know there are a lot of women who are feeling worried right now about what this means for the future of our country. One thing I learned watching Justice Ginsburg's fearless battles with cancer and injustice is that you never give up and you never stop fighting for the values we hold dear as Americans.
Well, we're assembling reaction from around Michigan tonight, plus more moments from Justice Ginsburg's legendary life. Just go to the homepage of our website, click on Detroit.com. Okay, well, we could get our first frost of the season overnight here.
Whoa, let's get to Brandon Rue, who's in for Ben tonight, and he's live out in Grosse Pointe, and we'll see how things are outside tonight. Brandon?
Yeah, thinking of my dad tonight, guys, because he, as a law student at Rutgers in the 60s, had the notorious RBG as a professor, and I know his heart is heavy tonight. But yeah, we're all thinking about this frost advisory, right? It's the first of the season, still summer, moving into fall, but still first one we've had in a while, and it's cold out, no doubt about it. It goes through the morning hours. You can see current temperatures in the upper 30s up in our north zone. We have 44 Pontiac, 44 in Ann Arbor, 47 at Metro. But again, this frost advisory till 9 a.m. Some of the suburbs near freezing, and 33, 34 is enough for frost, so you can cover tender plants, bring them into the garage if you can. You can see as we head toward the 5, 6 a.m. hours, we'll be right there in those 30s. Chilly stuff for mid-September, and we're not even to fall yet, guys. We'll look for your complete weekend forecast coming up.
All right, Brandon. Well, he says he took her in, gave her a safe space. Tonight, we're hearing from a man who helped the mother accused of dumping her baby in a garbage can.
Defender Sean Lay spoke to him, and Sean, he says she was planning to put the baby up for adoption.
and he was trying to help her. He says early on there was talk of possible adoption, but last week the prosecutor says that Jennifer Woodard had her baby in the basement of a nearby home and then allegedly dumped her infant into a trash can. Listen to this man. He says another person was in that basement, and he says no one did anything to help.
As a human being, yes.
We're protecting his identity, but he says he tried to save Jennifer Kayla Woodard, the 23-year-old Highland woman charged with dumping her newborn baby in a trash can. He says he found Woodard in crisis, walking Detroit streets near Brightmoor. He says she was hooked on heroin, and he says he tried to get her help. He says Woodard refused, and then came to his home months ago, clearly expecting a baby. Was she excited that she was expecting her first?
At times, and at times not.
What do you mean not?
She was deciding to give it up for adoption.
But in recent weeks, he says Woodard was getting more excited for her baby.
There were times that she'd just take my hand, put it on her stomach and go, feel the baby, and have, a smile on her face.
But last week, he says Woodard was back on the street on Telegraph near 6 Mile. She could have been in labor at that point.
She was.
How do you know?
Just by the way she was acting.
September 10th, a man handed a newborn girl to a stranger at Sinai Grace. It hit the news. He showed Woodard the story and got no reaction. The prosecutor's office says Woodard gave birth to her baby girl in the basement of a home. He says a man was with her.
They sat around in that basement for hours trying to figure out what to do. That's what I think.
But the baby was in crisis at that time. She's also in a health emergency.
Yes. Definitely.
Prosecutors accusing Woodard of putting her newborn in a trash can. The baby could have died.
They both could have died.
Such a sad, sad case here. Let's talk about that baby. Still in the hospital, we are told, doing much better tonight. CPS is involved. Adoption will likely be an issue here. The man you just heard from said he would be more than happy to be the person to try to adopt that baby girl. Let's talk about Jennifer Woodard. You'll notice in our report there, no picture of her. That's because she's been charged, but hasn't made her way to the county jail yet to have her picture taken. She's also in the hospital being treated for a number of issues. We are live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4 Defenders.
Okay, Sean. Well, now to the coronavirus and a big reversal in recommendations from the CDC.
The updated guidance posted today says anyone exposed to an infected person for at least 15 minutes needs to be tested, even if they are asymptomatic. That move comes a month after the CDC quietly changed testing guidance, saying people didn't necessarily need a test under those same conditions. Back in Michigan today, the state reported 695 new cases and 6 more deaths due to the virus.
Well, he says it has to be about more than football. Detroit Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford is speaking up about social injustice.
Yeah, why his teammates have inspired him to talk about things happening off the field. Coming up, Jason.
One local school district is already going from remote learning back to in-person. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you how they're going to do it to try and avoid any major setbacks.
And see the driver arrested in a dangerous stunt in Detroit. The charges he's facing for jumping over the 4th Street drawbridge.